is better to beat Donald Trump than Vice President Kamala Harris. She is the party's leading messenger on one of our most politically potent issues right now, reproductive rights, and, reminding us that government, that politicians should not be involved in these personal decisions that should be between a woman, her doctor, her family, maybe her, pastor or priest, but not, decisions for politicians to make. And we know that, Trump is, and now his new vice presidential, running mate are hell-bent on passing a national abortion ban and on continuing to restrict basic rights and access to things like contraception and IVF and so much more. And she represents an important generation in the Democratic Party. As she's coming in, she was Attorney General of California, California State Senator, Vice President, and now to be able to step in and to take on this next opportunity with the experience that she's had, but also with a sense of possibility, with a sense of a real vigor, and again, a real sense of enthusiasm as we jump into this next phase. But, I just really want to thank you all so much for convening so quickly. We know it's only been, a matter of maybe a couple of days, mostly hours, since the vice president has declared her candidacy, and she's now the presumptive nominee because she has gained enough delegate votes to do so. But you all stepped up immediately, raised your hand, said, what can I do? How can I get involved? How can we make history together? And so we're so excited to welcome you all to our team. We have a team motto. It's one team, one fight. And I can't think of a better group of Latinas to be in the fight with. So thank you all so much, and look forward to continuing our work together. And with that, I'll turn it back over to you, Michelle.
Thank you, Julie. That's amazing. And we just have the energy on this team, on this call is so great. Thank you all so much. I see all your messages about increasing the cap. We are trying to work with Zoom. You all have broken the internet. You've broken Zoom. This is incredible. So tweet at Zoom. Tweet at them that we have so many Latinas trying to get on this Zoom that they can't get on, so that they can help us get this cap off of our Zoom. But I'm just incredible that so many of you are on here and that you're ready to do this work. As Julie said, we're one team, one fight. And in Latina, that's a sisterhood, with Latinas across the country. And I know that you all are doing the work out there. I'm going to pass it back to Linda, who is one of our hermanas who really brought us all together today and who has, I know, really led this charge. So, Linda, over to you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, todos. Hola, Latinas. Can we say hola? Let's go. We actually call her candidate-elect Kamala Harris, right? Vice President candidate-elect Kamala Harris. Thank you for everyone for being here. My name's Linda Del Bosque with Chicago Latina Magazine. I'm the founder. And it's a publication. We're going into a foundation right now. I am just honored to be in the same space as these ladies, all of you. And thank you, Julie, for also joining us this evening. This is just inspiring. In the last 3-4 hours, we're able to put all this together. So thank you for everyone who's on this call. And we just appreciate this opportunity in this space as we propel forward. It's times like this where we think back about what our ancestors have done, our grandmothers, our tios and tias, and where we're at today. So what we're doing now is for tomorrow, and definitely having Kamala Harris as our new president is amazing for so many levels. It inspires each of us to see these beautiful women on the platform and how we can work together and navigate and create this synergy of sisterhood of Latinas and lock arms and bring forth a new pathway, a new journey, a new generation, because this is what we are about. So thank you for the opportunity, and on behalf of all the members of Chicago Latina and our board members, we want to say thank you for this opportunity and working together. And back to you, Michelle. Thank you.
Thanks, Linda. This is Thank you so much for all the work you do and for getting us together. I'm going to pass it over.
Hold on one second. I just want to say, I think my mother, she received the Biden Award in 2022 for all her work, 40 years, and working with campaigns and the local government. So it's been an honor to work under my mother's leadership. Thank you.
Incredible. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that. I'm a daughter of immigrants. I'm a first generation immigrant myself. And this is actually, I became a citizen 3 years ago. And so this is actually going to be the first time that I get to vote for president of the United States. And I am so, so, so proud to be voting for Kamala Harris for president. And I know that there's so many of you with similar stories, who come from mixed status families, to come from, just different parts of the world, and that we're all here and voting and just making our voices heard. So thank you for sharing that. And I'm going to pass it over to our hermana Jenny, who is going to talk a little bit about her work and her story, and just get us excited for some more amazing partnerships. Jenny, over to you.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, everybody on the call. For all those we can't see, hi. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Jenny with the G Castillo. I'm a Dominican American, originally from New York, but I have made my home in the South, in Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia proper. I have knocked on doors in cities, suburban areas, the rural areas, really seeing Georgia, and I have made the calls, the text, and have voted. I have gone to being in the movement, to helping train organizers across the South, and it is my pleasure to continue doing that. I now work for a nonprofit that's dedicated to supporting our Southern organizations and how they can get federal funds, and this administration has done so much to make sure that that happens with the CARES Act, ARP, BIL. The Biden-Harris administration has given trillions of dollars to the South, and we want to make sure that that continues. We have one truth. When you invest in the South and it moves, so will the rest of the country. Nuestras Latinas estamos presentes y necesitamos la vicepresidente to become the president we need. A future with the Harris administration will solidify not only progress in the South, but for the U.S. Georgia has been on the mind of this administration, and I'm excited to see Georgia mobilize and get this win. I've been telling Julie a couple of years ago, I said we need to call and use the slogan, Yamala Kamala, but I haven't added, Yamala President. And I'm so excited to be here, to be supportive, and to help any way that we can to make sure that we get that win. Gracias a todas. Thank you for being here. To my Dominicanos, but to everybody here, we can only win when we're together. Our community is stronger because estamos juntos, and we work together to make sure that we are getting the work done. We are going to knock those doors. We're going to call those folks. We are going to get our people out to the polls, because that's what's the most important part. We are passionate, we are powerful, and we are only here to support Kamala, making sure that our next president is President Harris. Thank you so much for the opportunity to be here with y'all today. Back to you, Michelle.
Thank you, Jenny. Thank you, Jenny. That is amazing. Yamala Kamala. Let's go. Let's go. That's incredible. And speaking of making those calls, it's obviously super important to call your friends and family and your neighbors and your girls and getting them out to get registered, to vote, and obviously making sure that they're voting for Kamala Harris in November. But we also need your help to sign up and volunteer with our campaign. Our campaign is starting bilingual phone calls on Saturday. We are going to be calling folks in English and Spanish, Latinos across the country, who need to hear from us, right? They need to hear why it's important for them to vote and how important their voice is. And so if you can join us in signing up to volunteer on Saturday, will be 100 days out from Election Day. And there has never been a more important moment to get involved than now. And so I'm putting the link in the chat. We've got a link for you to register to volunteer with us and make some phone calls. And then I'm also adding a chat in there to donate. So I know that, we all have big networks. We've got lots of friends and family who are looking to get involved. And so if you don't have a little time to spend with us, maybe you have a little bit of money to spend with us, that will help us hire more Latinos on the campaign to do this work, right? Hire more staff who's going to help us get the Spanish language ads out and make sure that we're knocking on doors across the country. It's going to help us get more beautiful signs like this one, say Harris for President, and the Kamala ones. Maybe we'll do some Yamala Kamala signs, right? Maybe we'll do some fun Latino stuff like that together, and I'm really excited to do that. And so the link actually for donations that I put in the chat is specific to Latinas. So we're going to be tracking this week how much money Latinas can raise for Kamala Harris. And so send it to your friends, send it to your girls, to your hermanas, to make sure that, we are showing that Latinas are powerful. Latinas are powerful at the ballot box, right? And Latinas are powerful in organizing their communities. So we're just so grateful for all of you tonight. And I am personally committed to figuring out our Zoom situation so that we can get just many more thousands of Latinas, because I know we were missing some folks who couldn't get in because, like I said before, you guys broke the internet, and I truly can't believe it. But thank you so much for all of the work that you're doing. Thank you for joining us tonight and for sharing your excitement and your passion for the Vice President Kamala Harris, who we will soon be able to call President Harris with your help. And we're just thrilled that you are on our team, and we cannot wait to win in November with you. Thanks so much, everybody.
Thank you all. Have a good night.
Buenas noches, hermanas.
Buenas noches todos. Gracias.